It was in October 1983. It was a late evening like today. And I was sitting with my grandmother on her sofa. The TV had nothing interesting to watch, but we had a very interesting discussion. She asked me what I wanted to do when I grow up, and I said, I want to deliver babies. That triggered her to share her story with me that I didn't know. I knew she had 7 children, but I didn't know she lost 3 at birth. Back then, there was no doctor. She had no option. She delivered babies in her house and some others in the fields while working. There was only one woman acting up as a midwife. Her only experience was the fact that she has done this before. It was scary, but there was no option. So this is me. I serve women's health, and I serve in gynecology, fertility, and obstetrics. I see women every day, and nowadays, women have got the option to choose which hospital to go to. They've got the option which doctor they choose. They've got the option to demand to be listened and to demand explanations. Let's see some examples. Endometriosis. I won't bother you with the medical details. Only to tell you that amongst yourself, women, 1 in 10 has got endometriosis. Endometriosis can cause no symptoms or pain and infertility. And what do? You run around, you shop opinions from doctors, you go on the internet, you go on Facebook, you go everywhere, because you're starving to understand what it is. But what do you deserve? You deserve us to sit down and talk to you in a language you will understand, to tell you what it is, to tell you what investigation steps you have to follow, to give you the options of treatment. Do you need treatment? And if yes, what treatment? Medicine, surgery? And if it's surgery, what are the risks? What is the cost? We need to listen to you. We need to explain to you. It's too much information, though. You cannot make up your mind. You need to just get out, go back home, read your information again, reflect what you heard, and come back in your own time to discuss what you want to do. Tell us your choice. That's called informed choice. Let's see another example, fertility. A huge topic in my everyday practice. A lot of infertile couples nowadays. It might be your first time going through a treatment. It might be your 10th time going through a treatment. You're still frustrated, anxious, upset. You might be depressed. We're here for you. Demand explanations from us. You want to know why you can't get pregnant. We might find the reason, we might not. But we're here to tell you again the investigations you need to go through. Your treatment options. It might be treatment 1, 2, or 3. Let's compare them. Let's see what the protocols say. Let's see what the experience say. What is the cost in every treatment? What are the risks? What are the side effects? What is the success rate and what is the cost? You might need to see a psychologist. We work as a team and you're part of our team. We need to explain to you your options and we need to come to an agreement. We might use your own eggs, and if that doesn't work, you've got the option of donor eggs. And if there's a problem with the sperm, there's an option with a donor sperm. We might use your own uterus, and if we can't do that, we might use somebody else's uterus, what we call surrogacy. You should know you've got the option of adopting as well. And what if you're a single woman or a same-sex couple? Of course you've got the option to have a baby. And if your country doesn't let you, just get out, go to a different country. Get pregnant, come back, or don't bother coming back. Can you delay your fertility? Of course you can. What if you've got breast cancer? You have to go through chemotherapy. Chemotherapy probably will kill your eggs. Yes, you have got the option of freezing your eggs before you go to the treatment. What if you choose career over family? And you're approaching at the age of 40 where fertility declines. Yes, you have got the option of freezing your eggs. Likewise, if you haven't found the Mr. Perfect yet, freeze your egg. It might come later. Okay, so now you're pregnant. Congratulations. With or without fertility treatment, you are pregnant. It's a long journey, 9 months. In the first 3 months, you're anxious. You're worried, am I going to miscarry? Is my baby going to be okay? And then you've got 5 months after that where you collect information. Again, you read on the internet, you read in the books, you go to classes, you speak to your doctor, your midwives. So everything is beautiful. You're dreaming your labor, you're dreaming your baby, you spend money. Towards the end, there is the last month where you become heavier. You might be bored a little bit, but at the same time, you're anxious because you're going to give birth, but at the same time, you're excited. What do we do here? Again, all this information is coming into place. We need to discuss. And nowadays, you've got the option of a birth plan. A birth plan is an agreement between you and us. We have to go through what you know and tell you what we know, and then negotiate how your labor has to be. Now, we can't do this negotiation in labor. It's too difficult. You're in pain. Or you might be too tired. But you have to do this with us many, many weeks beforehand. Let's say 34 weeks. We sit down and we discuss all the possible scenarios. What you want might not necessarily happen because labor is unpredictable. You cannot fix labor. If your friend had a water birth, it doesn't mean you can have it. But what we can do, discuss your options. Let's go through different scenarios. If this happens, we're going to do this. If this happens, we're going to do that. Through this, we develop trust. And when the time comes, whatever happens, it happens. At the end of the day, you're having a baby. And that's your target, a baby and a mommy to be home safe. It doesn't matter how it happens. This beautiful lady up there came to see me at 34 weeks with a birth plan. 10 pages. It was fixed to have a water birth. Guess what happened at the end? She had a cesarean section. But you know what? She was very happy. Only because that was part of the discussion we did before. So she was prepared for it. And we cannot control labor. Again, it's about all the information that is shared between us, the discussion we do, and the agreement we have. These two fellows came in my office one day in the outside window. Clearly, they didn't come to us for fertility help. Likewise, not to discuss my options. They're not humans. They don't need options. They're free. And they're happy. So we're in October 2016, a late evening, like back in my grandmother's story. Back then, there was no option. Whereas now, it's about time to know we've got options. It's about time to give out this gift that is called options. And it's about time medicine speaks to patients. It's happening in many countries, but not in all, and it should happen to all. Let me explain to you what I call the modern doctor. We are human beings, and we do mistakes too. But we owe to share with you our knowledge in a language you will understand. We have to share with you medicine in a way you will understand. So when we discuss options, 1 or 2 or 3, pros and cons, you understand what's happening. And you make an informed choice for which you're also responsible. We listen to each other. We discuss. We need to understand each other. We challenge each other. We might agree, or we might agree that we disagree. And then you move on and find another doctor. This is my vision. I wish that although medicine develops and knowledge changes, doctor-patient relationship remains. We are both humans that need to understand each other. And it's about time to do this and consider it. Thank you.